What's going on? It's time to talk about a slasher thriller, I call it. It's marketed as a horror film, but it's more of a thriller. It's called Salvage. Released January 19th, 2006 by Off Hollywood Pictures. Produced by Drew Oplet. And written and directed by Jeff Cook and Josh Cook. So Jeff Cook is known for films like Lust Sage, Rise of the Dead, Rockaway, Ghetto Dog 2, and also Josh Cook is also known for some other films. He also helped with the ones I just listed, but he's also known for Demon Hole, Poncho, All Nighter, and Asher. And this had a budget of only $200,000. Now, this is a shot on video thriller. I kind of went back to the indie films. I love checking out indie low budget movies for some reason. There's something about them that draw me in. And I always like, this is where you find like weird random stuff. This one's on another one of those like horror DVD packs where you get like 8 for like $5 or something like that, or even like cheaper on eBay nowadays. So yeah, but Salvage is about a young girl, with like a young teenage girl who is having trying to get through life normally, like working a job, has a boyfriend, and yeah, she's just trying to continue on with life and stuff like that. And yeah, but she ends up um, running into this weird guy who ends up like stalking her for a bit, and yeah, she's not sure what to do, and these weird things happen, and she ends up getting murdered. But then she wakes up, and it restarts. But then she sees like her boyfriend. Where in the first part it was like the killer, creepy guy in her boyfriend's truck. This one, it's her boyfriend picking her up, and he comes at weird times, and it's up to her to figure out what's going on. And yeah, it gets pretty harrowing, I guess you could say, throughout the film. And it has a good like little guessing game sort of thing. You don't really know how it's going to turn out and stuff. Like on one point, this happens like 3 or 4 times. It's almost like the movie Vantage Point, where basically she relives like her death in different ways, and does it quite a bit. Now a lot of people are probably going to think this sounds like Happy Death Day, but this came out about 10 years before that. So yeah, it has some neat ideas, but you can tell by the production value and stuff, they're struggling sort of to make certain things happen and things like that, and it kind of gets redundant near the end. um, they almost start repeating themselves, even though they're trying not to and trying to do something different each time. It kind of gets cliche and fizzles out to your typical slasher ending. The body count's not high in this either. This is actually a pretty mundane, I guess you could say, slasher film. There's not much to it. I'm referring to this as a slasher thriller because you see the killer right off the bat. It's no mystery who the killer is. Where like slasher horror films are more like, who's the mass killer? You don't know who he is, and they go on a killing spree and stuff, and the characters usually try to figure it out or just try to outrun and live from the killer. So this one is a little bit different, and there's not a high body count or anything like that. This is a good one for like beginners who are just getting into like horror and other stuff, other like dark thrillers. Like if they're too disturbed to, they find Silence of the Lambs and stuff too disturbing, this is a good introductory film. I'd probably let them like would say so. Yeah, but for the most part, the acting's not too bad. I've seen way worse. And the production value for the low budget it had was actually not that bad. You definitely tell it's a low budget indie film, but it's definitely not as bad as the shot on video stuff that's all now flooded the market in the early 2000s. So, yeah. Uh, yeah, like I said, there's not much kills, but for the ones they're okay. I kind of wish there was more and a little bit uh, more, but they also are predictable kills. You could tell when someone makes a dumb decision, and you could easily pick out who's going to die in the film. So there's not much really of a guessing game of that. It's more you're on the ride with the main character to see how she is going to overcome the circumstances she's in and how to put an end to it as she tries to figure it out. And with the help of her boyfriend. There is some comedic elements in there too, which are hit and miss, but for the most part, it's an okay film. I wouldn't say it's good, but and I'm on the fence about if I'd recommend it to anybody. But if you're into psychological thrillers, this one might be up your alley. And as long as you, uh, I know a lot of people that are into those, like the high budget stuff, not the indie stuff. So if you don't mind a little bit of low budget, low production value, but with like a semi interesting story, this one might be for you. But yeah, but for me, I'm gonna give this one a 2.5 out of 5. It's not bad, but I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again anytime soon. So yeah, I'll try to find the trailer I watched for it and link it down below so you can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, if you really want to, you can check it out. Also, I'm gonna also link down below is always link down below is my Instagram. I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. And I usually hide the film title and the subgenre film and the hashtag in the video clip. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, stay in the loop. Like this video, share it somewhere people are aware of it. And yeah, comment your opinions of the film down below. If you've seen it, I'd love to hear your opinions on it. If you have any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on, whether they're indie, high budget, it doesn't matter what genre, I'll watch anything. Comment those down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And also make sure you subscribe because I'm probably going to do quite a few slashers for the next little bit. So hopefully we find something interesting and unique together that we probably never thought of checking out. So yeah, Salvage was a decent film, but it could have been way better. So yeah, but that's it for this one. So hopefully you don't die and relive your death every day like the girl in this film. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So cheers.